Hey, me Matt here. You know, I did a review a couple months ago about a movie called Religulous, and a movie that, yeah, it was basically a movie that I thought was very interesting. I'm not a religious person by any means, but I thought, hey, you know what, it sounded pretty interesting and there were some flaws. There was a movie that I kind of wanted to do a review on and never really, I guess, had time or whatever. You know, every generation has their thing. My generation, I grew up on was The Simpsons. The Simpsons are the longest running cartoon in the world. So, uh, probably the first. Well, actually, no, sorry, it's not the first edgiest cartoon ever. But to me, it was because it was kind of the world's. It was kind of like, okay, am I allowed to watch this show or not? Because my dad and my mom kind of questioned it, but I was one of the fortunate ones, and so are my brothers. So I was one of biggest fans at the time. I had stopped watching The Simpsons right around 2002, maybe. I just started getting back into it, mainly around 99 is when, well, it was the debut of Family Guy, so I became a fan of that show. Well, no, the thing I wanted to review, though, was the Simpsons movie. Now, back, was one of the Treehouse episodes where they had Homer go into virtual reality, and then he landed in the human world. Now, I thought that was pretty cool. And actually, my brother was saying they should make a movie where the Simpsons are real in the real world. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I'd say 10 years later, maybe more than that, they started advertising the Simpsons movie. So I thought, okay, well, I did see the Family Guy movie. It's a little, Seth MacFarlane is a little different than Matt Groening, more edgier than Matt, but here it is that it's probably one of the interesting movies that I've ever seen. Not because it was a great movie or anything, because the first time I saw it was actually on a computer. I think it was Mega Video. And so I was watching it, and the thing that really disappointed me was it wasn't very. I think they could have been taken more advantage of it. They could have used a lot more bad language. Because it's a movie, they could have actually used more bad language, more violence, more this, more that, whatever. But again, I think that's more Seth MacFarlane's territory than it is with Matt Groening. So that was disappointing. Now, to be fair, the the problem was is that I saw it on a computer. I didn't see it on TV, and of course, a couple weeks or months later, I got to see it on the TV. And to be fair, the TV, it's not as choppy as you see on the computer. And there I was blown away because I think I missed a lot of things in that movie that I should have caught and that I wouldn't have judged so quickly. Well, first of all, you had Marge use goddamn in the movie. I guess the Simpsons don't use that goddamn thing in their cartoons. So there was that. There was Otto smoking a bong, which, yeah, they do have drug references in the TV show. The whole hallucinogenic um, liquid that Homer steals from the hippies, George Carlin and Martin Mull, and makes some kind of special drink that people get hallucinated on. And then we had that episode where they were in Lollapalooza, and Otto said, "Oh, my shoes are talking," and then the shoes would talk to him. So there were some kind of drug episodes. You also had Bart skating downtown naked with his little cock hanging out. That they could have left without, because let's face it, who really wants to see a little kid? Yeah, that's just not. That's so. In that perspective, oh yeah, and then Homer, flipped off a lot of people when he was in the air at the end of the scene. Um, so the fact is, yeah, there's a lot of things that I missed that were good. But there were a lot of things that I think they could have left out. The thing with cartoons is it's really hard to have a dramatic scene, in my opinion, because they're cartoons. It's fine to have a dramatic scene, but in this particular case, I thought it was not very cool. Because you say Marge took the kids and left the hotel room, leaving Homer behind, and so she left a seat for him. So then you had Homer Simpson, kind of watch the tape, and Marge does her little dramatic voice at the end of her speech. Then the thing of her wedding with when two birds suddenly appear. Like I said, I don't think cartoons really need dramatic parts in that case. Like sad, like that kind of thing they could have did without. If you saw the movie, or if you're a fan of any animation, if you saw the movie Yakko's Wish when you were a kid, yeah, that was dramatic. It had a dramatic ending. It just, to me, did not work. So that's just my opinion. I didn't really care for the witch doctor's voodoo thing, where she was blowing in Homer's face as he was blowing back at her. That was a little weird to me. They could have left that out, but all in all, it wasn't as bad a movie as I thought. It could have been a whole lot better. You never really know what they're going to do next, but who knows if they're going to have another one. It would be really interesting to see how that goes. So, anyways, talk to you later. Bye.